Hi, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. I'm looking for my browser. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Today is Friday. The week went by really fast. Hi, Mr. Maurice, Kibalayan, Marilyn H., Anita Gurula. Welcome. Colette Coates, Shez, Zamo. Okay. Hi, Carrie. All right. The hot news is, will Pence testify because he got subpoenaed? And I believe I said once before that he was going to testify. It feels like to me, he was supposed to testify in front of the January 6th commission. That didn't happen. He reneged, and his arrogance. Well, let's see how arrogant he get with Jack Smith. I don't feel he's gonna put much of a fight if he does at all. But I feel he will testify, and I said that a long time ago. Hi, Craig. I did not know at the time whether it was going to be Jack Smith. I didn't even know about Jack Smith was not even appointed at that time. But I always felt that he would testify. And I have said a long time ago that people in the Trump administration will turn on him. And I feel, hi, artist. Hi, Maura. I feel he has, well, according to the law, well, not the law, I'm sorry, lawyers, people, those people, the DOJ alumni, they said if he were to go to court, he's going to lose. And I agree with them, since not only because they are experts, that resonated with me as well. So, but no matter what, and something that I almost forgot to mention it, I'm being shown a radio. Guys, I heard a report this morning that said only Trump and Pence are aware of what was said. I doubt that. I don't think that's true intuitively. Okay. I feel more people, and people they did not expect to be listening, were listening to that call. And someday, I feel, when this all dies down, we will really know what the government knew about Paulette Smith, about everything that went down with Trump's administration. Right now, it's too hot. People who perform those type of jobs, and let me say this: they don't do this to every president. It's because Trump was a special case. That's why it feels like to me he was not trusted. And towards the end, it feels like to me everything, all bets were off when it came to Trump. So the notion that Trump, no one was eavesdropping or knowing what he was up to on January 6th, good luck. That is not true. We may not know how the collection methods and who did what, who put those people up to it. But I feel like saying someday all that stuff is going to come out. I don't feel, regardless, people were probably alone. They thought they were alone, but they were not. And anyone carrying a cell phone, yeah, you don't know for sure unless you had your cell phone checked before you went into the White House. And again, have it checked when you get out, meaning for any changes. applications that are running on the background that you may not be aware of. Yeah. So Trump is in more trouble than he can ever imagine. And because somebody was saying this morning, and it resonates with me as well, he has obviously presidential ambitions. He wrote a book about the Trump administration. None of that is going to help him, but he's going to try to do show, that he wants to do the right thing. And people, the type of people he contacted when Trump was pressuring him not to hold the vote to certify the certification vote for Biden certification vote. He's been in contact with these people, trying to figure out what to do. He's been asking for advice, and I feel they told him the right thing to do is to testify. Electoral Storm says, is DeSantis in D.C. with all the governors? How did he feel? How did he feel having Biden in Florida? I said something yesterday. I wasn't getting it before, as I was talking about DeSantis yesterday, and for some reason I was getting, even though he's been feeling. There's a lot of fear in him right now because he knows Trump does not care. Trump, once he starts going after you, Trump is a mean-spirited guy, and he's not very smart. He doesn't know when to stop. And he has done things, DeSantis has done things in the past he doesn't want to be uncovered. First of all, not only because of his wife, but most of all the public. So he's very concerned. And Biden being in the state yesterday, there's nothing he can do. Yeah, he doesn't like it, but he can't keep Biden away from Florida. And, but, he just grumpy. That's about it. He was just grumpy about it, but there's nothing he could do about it. He didn't like it. So I don't feel, the thought occurred to me, but I didn't get anything, to be honest with you. The thought occurred to me yesterday or the day before yesterday when they announced that Biden was going to be in Florida. So let's see what happens. But I nothing. But Trump got the best of them for sure, and certainly Rick Scott, Scott, the senator. Biden puts him in a defensive posture, and he's having a lot of trouble getting out of it. And on top of it, McConnell whacked him yesterday. So things are not going well for DeSantis and Rick and Scott. And Wilson says DeSantis' past is catching up with him. Yeah, for sure on that one. And Marlies H says Descant is not at the governor's conference, according to news report. I don't know why whether he's supposed to be today. So, in any event, yesterday I meant to say a little more about Putin, and I forgot to mention how envious he is of the president of Ukraine. Today he basically threw a whole lot of missiles. He fired a bunch of missiles at Ukraine. And that's his way of getting back at what Zelensky did, going to Europe. Because, Putin has this grandiose idea of himself. Putin invaded Ukraine thinking that he was going to be able to occupy the country in a couple of days, and he was going to impress everybody in the world. That didn't happen. Impressed and cause fear. And now he is angry because a young guy, first of all, is standing up to him. A smaller country, and also, Brzezinski is outsmarting him. He does not like that at all. That's one of his biggest pet peeve, the way he's being humiliated, not only by the West, but, such a young person, and the guy wasn't even a politician, and he's putting him to shame. This guy is blinded by jealousy, Putin that is. Zelensky has really gotten the best of him. And yesterday, the day before yesterday, when I saw Zelensky meeting Charles, that really, Putin went into a rage because he feels he should be on the world stage. People should be adoring him, putting him on a pedestal. And it's not happening. Zelensky is getting all the accolades and everything else that comes with it. And this guy is besides himself, blinded by anger, jealousy, and all the negative things that comes with that. But there isn't much he can do. And no, I don't see him using his nukes. He probably eat them and have to feed his people those nukes, because things are not going to get better anytime soon. For him, unfortunately, the Russian population. Okay, but and I know some people are saying, and in fact, according to the UN, I think I mentioned this yesterday, they put something out, a warning out, that if the war in Ukraine is not, the world doesn't try to get it under control, it may turn into World War III. I feel the vision that I've told you guys I had about Putin and people, and it's not a picnic in the Kremlin's courtyard. That's what's going to happen. It won't get to him having a chance to blow up the world. I don't see it. At least not so far. I'll let you guys know if there's a chance to that. And the other thing is, I don't know how many of you saw that subcommittee that Jim Jordan is in charge of yesterday, and the way Marjorie Taylor Greene went, she's doing something very dangerous. That's what happens when you deal with ignorant people who have no clue and who are not grounded in reality. She went on Twitter yesterday proclaiming basically recounting how she yelled at the people from the White House, I believe, who was briefing Congress about the Chinese balloon that crossed into our airspace and stuff like that. And she is, she's representing the American people. She doesn't remember. She represents Georgia 14, that district, not America. And the way she went and stood up for Americans, and she yelled at these people and screamed at these people. Guys, I don't believe anyone understands how dangerous what she's doing is. The people who testified the day before yesterday, the Twitter former, what's the right way to say this? Twitter's former employees who were fired by dumb Musk. She got away with it unscathed, although Democrats took her on and basically make her look stupid, because she's stupid. But this woman is going to get humiliated one of these days. And I'm here, I'm waiting. She is going to be, the way I am seeing her, she is like, when you from the top of a building, because right now she's on her mind, she's at the top. She's humiliating people. She has the right to yell at people and telling people, I have clearance, I have a secret clearance, you don't have secret clearance, and blah, blah, blah. According to her, she's standing at the top of at the tip of the Statue of Liberty. But let me tell you, she's going to fall down and blaze. And the way I'm seeing it, I don't know I'm not being shown what she is standing on top of, but that's too late. I think the Statue of Liberty is pretty tall. Okay, let me put it this way, the Empire State Building. Do we still have that? Oh, no, yeah. Okay. Falling down in flame. But I don't know, I'm not being shown which building she's standing in. I'm just seeing her dropping down in flame. This woman is in for some major, I don't know who's going to set her ablaze. I'm just, this is not something that's going to literally happen, but that's to show you if she continues thinking that she can humiliate every single person who goes in front of Congress. What she's doing is not what Katie Potter does. Katie Potter very nicely, with her blackboard, and she's smart. This dum-dum, she thinks she can berate and humiliate people, and then she goes and brag about it. Not everyone is going to stand up for that stuff. We can be in for some fantastic TV. Yeah, by the way, I start watching C-SPAN whenever I know. If I'm not streaming and I know she's going to have some kind of hearing, well, if there's a hearing in Congress and she's going to be there, I put my TV on C-SPAN because I'm waiting. I'm just watching when this thing is going to happen. She's going to be taken down like pretty bad. Yeah. And people, she tries to behave like Trump, no shame. Oh yeah, that's going to create some shame on her, for sure. So, those of you who, I know how you feel, I can't stand her either, and I can't wait to see her going down in flame, but she will. I'm all in, watching. So, let's see what happens. Mike says Saturday Night Live is sure to poke fun at the State of the Union speech too. Oh yes, absolutely. Jose Mimi says Manga is just vile. She was bragging about disrespecting members of the intelligence community. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I thought they were from the White House, but they gave her as you know what I think. Unfortunately, it wasn't on TV because of there are certain state secrets they can't discuss. But according to people who were there, they cursed back at her too. But I don't know who's going to do it. But somebody, and also they were in a closed room. But not many guys are just going to sit there and let her dress them down and try to humiliate them on live TV. She just doesn't understand what she's playing with. She's playing with fire. And like I said, unfortunately I can't program my TV. Just one, when we used to flip back and forth between two channels with one button, but my remote can't do that. I have to press and then press again. It's a two-click action. Two clicks. Well, I'm going to use the word option, but there's a better word for it. In any event, yeah, she doesn't understand. And believe me, my TV is going to be on C-SPAN. The minute I want to see this live, I'm not going to miss it. Okay, let's see. Somebody asked me if Gates going to jail. I feel there is a chance for this, and also, hi Jordan Johnson, you're very welcome. You know, there is so much DOJ is involved in right now because the people and Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying if they can subpoena Pence, they can subpoena her, Jim Jordan, and the others. Unfortunately, somebody said she said that. She tweeted that. I was looking for the tweet so I could answer to her and tell her what's coming. Yeah, they're going to be subpoenaed. It's just, it may not happen now. But Gates, it feels like to me, is going to have some major legal issues. And if he doesn't have a good lawyers, he may end up in jail. Yeah, I'm not saying jail for sure for him, but this guy has some major legal issues coming up. Whitney Mohauser says, Milo, could it be Trump Tower and going down in blaze of fire? I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't sure the building. The only thing I'm seeing the person falling down, on fire. So, hey, listen, it may be from Trump Tower too, because she thinks Trump loves it. No, Trump is using her. Okay, let's see. Joel Tilson is asking, oh boy, this thing scrolled up on me. Let's see, did I miss? Yikes. Oh yeah, I got it. MTG, Robert Gates, Gosar, Jim Jordan, and others are all going down. Oh yeah, because that's the reason why. If you notice, guys, all of them, Gates is in that committee too, and McCarthy, whatever his name is, did not make that public until everyone saw Gates taking part in that subcommittee. Weaponized government, whatever they call it. So, yeah, they have major problems coming. And that's why they have that committee that's to investigate the investigators, and so far they have not done very well. And yesterday, oh my God, Jesus. I don't know. For a minute there, I thought Jordan was just going to say, okay, let's shut this down. But it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. And like I said, Democrats have been planning on how to counteract the lies, and Biden is leading the way. And they're not very happy about it because they expected Democrats to just, like before, passive and Democrats are stepping up to fight taking the fight to them. They don't like it. Pam C8KS is asking, do you see Jeffrey as House Speaker? Absolutely. No doubt about that one. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for a question. And so Jim McDowell says, if anyone thinks Joe is sleeping, he played them like a fiddle. Yeah, the other night. And it's not only that. He's going to surprise them in the coming months. Artist is asking any insight on Musk today. Musk is taking an ego trip. And, Musk is showing us exactly who he is. And the idiot, he doesn't even realize it. He has a huge ego, and he'll do anything to get attention. He fired one of his engineers the day before yesterday because he thought the Twitter employees were throttling his ID, because he was complaining how come he didn't get as many replies like he used to anymore. And he had trouble accepting the fact that he's turning people off. People don't want to hear from him anymore. So he's not happy. And it's not going to get better. I understand that. I just read, in fact, before I came on, that Tesla stock is on the rise again. Yeah, I mean, the guy dropped the price for his Teslas. I don't remember what the models, but and they are selling like hotcakes because, the minute I heard that, I started imagining, a mother with kids. Okay, you find a car at this price point. I could see a whole bunch of single mothers buying those cars because they got to take their kids around and among other things that they have to do. So it doesn't take much of a genius to drop that. I think it dropped the price considerably too. So as far as that is concerned, yes, but the price is going to drop again. That's my prediction when it comes to Tesla. I don't trust that stock the same way I don't trust Bitcoin and all those common stuff, because I feel Musk, just like Marjorie Taylor Greene, will go down in flame at some point, at any point. Okay, and that lawsuit that he has going, that the government is investigating him, he's going to have a lot of trouble there too, because we talked about it before here. I said I was surprised this guy was able to get away with all that stuff, but just like some people are saying, it seems like there is a set of rules for the rich and a set of rules for people like us. But just like Trump, it's going to catch up with him, or it has caught up with him because he's under investigation. And also, there are other things I feel that are going on behind the scenes that we are not aware of either. So, meaning he wants his fingers, basically he's a control freak. And he's a mean-spirited guy and a lowlife. So, that's what's going to bring him down. And like I said before, people he thinks are his friends now, they're not his friends. And a lot of them are going to desert him at the right time. It's a matter of time. That's my prediction for Elon Musk today. But he is concerned. Let's put it this way. He has a lot of concerns because, he is a little twisted up here as well, in a sense that he puts little things together and things that people are against him. That's why he thought the people at Twitter were throttling his ID, that people were not seeing his tweets, not enough were responding, and also because his sense is also that people feel that he is not really into helping Ukraine, and he's getting a lot of negative feedback because of that. He basically, SpaceX, I believe, I don't remember the name of his company that has links that he's providing Ukraine with internet, and they cannot track or use it to use their drones, because he is preventing that. So Elon has a lot of things going on because it seems like if he feels he's under attack, and of course he is, I mean, some of the stuff that he's done, people don't like it, and that's driving him nuts. He thought that because he has a couple of pennies, he can do whatever he wants, and he's realizing that people don't care. Like I told them once, they should send him away and give him all his money and, let him count them so that he can leave us alone. Keep him busy. But he's not doing very good today up here. Okay. Whitney Morehouse has said Elon Musk didn't understand how to make Twitter works. That's one of the things that I don't know which of the engineers he was meeting with last time when he fired one of them. I think that he told, they basically told him he doesn't know. He gets pretty angry when people tell him he doesn't know everything. And he's claiming that he's he knows everything. And when when they explained it to him, he realizes that he doesn't know very much. He was not happy. So that's driving him nuts as well. No, he didn't know everything about Twitter, but he thought he did. That's what happens when with people who are not very bright. Just like the MAGAs, they think they know everything. They went to Washington, D.C., they're going to take the government on, blah, blah, blah. They're all finding themselves going to jail now. And they are wondering why. Charlie C. Sage of Fire is asking, Republic of Congo, when will that conflict end? My friends, as I was reading your question, I'm not seeing an end soon. And it feels like to me, if care is not taken, it would probably last another 5 to 10 years. I hope I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, because I didn't see an end. Are you serious? Artist says Twitter went black for 90 minutes yesterday. I go now, like before I came on, I went on Twitter. I missed that. And no, that's not the only issue. I heard that Twitter has been having problems the past couple of days. And the previous co-founder of Twitter is calling Elon Musk out as well. But are we surprised? Well, let me tell you something. I'm sure you guys remember I said he was going to have problems. Twitter was going to have problems. I've been waiting for it to go down, really. But I feel he's been lucky. This thing has been running. And he's been screaming about it. The guy fired half the staff, if more than half the people. And he's continuing to get rid of people, on the whim. So, yeah, we're going to hear worse. So I'm not surprised. I'm shocked it's still going. Let's put it that way. Let's see. I am looking. Oh, so Senator Pearson says, Milo, I was on Twitter yesterday and I too missed it. I missed the whole thing. I heard people talking about it, but I wasn't trying to get on at that time. The Elector Storm is asking, did China get any of our secrets with that balloon? My friend, I'm going to say something scary, and it annoys me as well. I don't think all the secrets China have stolen didn't come from those balloons. And I feel like saying, we've been aware of those activities for a very long time. Okay, I believe I mentioned that yesterday. Everything that China has gotten were not from those balloons. It feels like to me those balloons have provided them very little information. And I said that remember guys, when this first came out, I said, don't worry about it. They got some stuff, but not very important stuff. Okay. What I feel is they got some type of patterns, activities of our society, because China, as we know, wants to replace us on the world stage. And, because with that ambition, they want to be able to, if they attack us, even if it's not a nuclear attack, okay, they can really cause major damage, not only to the country, but to our society. And China is planning, if they had to attack us, and put us, even if we don't lose or they don't win or there is no losers, no winners, but they knock us off our stride, will be good enough for them. So every little thing, piece of information they have, it's a little piece of to fill up the puzzles of what and how, whatever they decide to do in the future to knock us off the world stage. And unfortunately for them, I shouldn't say, for Xi, because that's Xi's grand ambition before he leaves office. He would like to get Taiwan back and basically knock America off the world stage, but that's not going to happen. But that's what it feels like to me, because in order for any country to move us off the world stage, there are a lot of things that you're going to have to be able to do. First of all, shock us. Wow, what happened? Number two, make it so that it takes us time to react, figure out what happened and how to retaliate. Number three, by that time, they can start saying to the world, America is a paper tiger. And that's not going to happen, but that's what they're doing. They are trying to formulate a plan of attack, even if they don't attack us with a nuclear weapon, okay? But they can do enough damage to hurt us, to shock us, and just so that they can become world power. But I don't feel they collected very much. It's just every little, have we noticed, just like, I don't know how to explain this because I don't want it to come out negative. They analyze every little thing. That's the way I am getting the Chinese planners, okay? I'm not saying what they are planning is going to work. In fact, no, it's not going to work. And no, I don't see them doing it because Biden is doing. I know I'm putting a lot of confidence. I feel like saying it. Biden, because of his experience, okay, he knows what to do. He has a lot of experts around him as well, okay. According to report, and I feel it's correct, Biden, when they told him about the balloons and other activities that China is engaged in, and Biden has already taken steps to prevent China from putting us in a chokehold. That's why they're bringing back all of our chip productions and a lot of, right now, according to reports, Biden or our government is preventing investors, American investors, from investing into companies in China that are doing research that can cause damage to us. There's a whole thing that's going on behind the scenes that we don't know of everything. But I feel instead of China getting us off our stride, we have stopped them before they start, or at least get to a point where they feel confident they can cause us harm and take our position. Because yes, they are open to fighting us, if need be, to knock us off the world stage. They are open to that. Well, but it's not going to happen. And I've always told you guys that I've said that a number of times, that I hear people say China is going to catch up with us, China is going to do this to us, and I've always said I don't think so. And that's what we are watching unfolding in front of our eyes right now. No, they're not happy, but there's nothing, unfortunately, they can do about it. Fortunately for us, unfortunately for them. Biden knocking off that balloon really shocked them. They did not expect it. Like I said, or maybe she is passive aggressive. Okay. And I heard this morning they said that it seems like she did not know, or he knew. He may not know about all the details, but he knew he knows what's going on, what his government is involved in. But I don't feel, as far as the balloon is concerned, I wouldn't even, like I said, I'm going to stick with what I saw the first time. I'm not an intelligence expert or any of that sort, obviously. I wasn't impressed. And according to what I'm seeing, I think I was right. And we have a very good understanding of what they were trying to do and what they were able to collect. And according to report this morning, in fact, they didn't collect very much. So don't worry. Let Republicans set their hair on fire. Let's watch them do that. Adi says blackout, and it happened during a big event that was supposed to be using Twitter. Yikes! And you know what probably happened? Do you guys remember Twitter shut down a whole bunch of servers? A whole building, or if I don't know, I don't remember exactly how many. Elon shut them down. So what happens is when you pass a certain number of users, okay, it will definitely crash it. So if what Art is posted is correct, that's what happened. Yeah. Karen Silman says, do you see more earthquake, especially in California, in the near future? I feel we're going to have, earthquake in California, but I'm not seeing like something like they have in Turkey right now. I said that not too long ago. So, I mean, the usual, but I'm not seeing a catastrophic earthquake. Keep our fingers crossed, but I'm not seeing people, buildings falling on top of people. No. Okay. Charlie C. Jafar is asking, will we stop selling our land to China and other countries? It feels like to me mostly, to China, because there's a movement right now, and something, and they can't take it with them. They can buy it if they want, as long as I'm sure we know what the limits are, what they can do with it and what they can't do. But I agree, because of the way she and his government think that, first of all, they can open police stations in this country. I think that's crazy. The way they go about stealing our secrets and everything else and everything that we do. I mean, guys, I don't feel we've discovered all the means by which the Chinese government is stealing information. We don't know everything. I was feeling that this morning. Okay, so there's a lot we don't know yet. We have not uncovered. We've known a lot, but there's still a lot. Okay, and believe it or not, it feels like to me they are open. Every little piece of information is important to them. That's the way I am getting the way they are planning. But Biden or our government basically has stopped them. Yeah. And now she's embarrassed. Too bad. Okay. Whitney Morehouse says the white coat MTG was wearing made her look like Cruella I don't know how to pronounce this, devil. I know, I understand, but devil, is that how you pronounce it? But yes, a lot of people on Twitter all over the place are having, in fact, she even had to explain where she bought the coat. She said she paid something like $450, something like that for it. And she thought it met the occasion called for something like that, so she wore it, yeah. Global Citizen says, question, Milu, Syria is a mess for a long time. What is the future of country? Oh my God. You know what, it's going to take Syria, well, when Assad is gone, I feel, unfortunately for the Syrian people. But thank God they've been able to, travel, and the poorest of among them are still stuck, unfortunately. But Syria too is going to take a long time. Not until this guy gets out of office, the poor country is not going to he's not going to get a break, unfortunately. So it's like they caught on that violent cycle. Okay. Sandra Peterson says, Milo, did you hear that George Santos said that Cinnamon told him to hang in there, and her spokesperson said that conversation never happened? I don't know who Cinnamon is, but guys, do you remember I said a long time ago, this guy being where he is, it was not just only his doing. He is... Republicans don't care, and there's that you just opened another can of worms by asking me that question. There is another woman who's similar to Santos. She is from Christian Cinema. Are you serious? But there is a woman they call something Luna from Florida. She fabricated a whole bunch of stuff about her past too. So, and it feels like to me, Republicans are so desperate. These are the type of people that they have. Okay, they are trying to come into office because they can control them. And these people are blinded by ambition, and they will do anything, just like Trump. But Santos is not. Yeah, Santos can hang on. Since he's there and he's going to go to jail anyway, so he might as well. That's how he's thinking. Okay, what he's done is going to have consequences. He's going to have to pay. Okay, face the music at some point. So he might as well enjoy it. He might as well enjoy it while he's there. That's what he's doing. Delilah Gillis says lots of women from New York wore those fur color coats in the 60s. Well, given where MTG is from in Georgia, do you guys remember I was talking about that either yesterday or the day before yesterday? I told you guys certain part of Georgia is stuck in the 80s. Fashion, music, everything. Anyway, thank you, friends, for spending time with me. I appreciate it. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or you can send me an email or call me on my YouTube number. I think you can see my information on your screen now because my shirt is not black. Yes. If you would like a reading from me, this is the information, or it's below the video as well. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. I will see you all tomorrow, and members, I will see you tomorrow as well. Again, everyone, thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Till then, bye.